What's going on, everybody? It's Retro Handhelds 24. Today we're just going to be going over the Legion Go S and then another handheld. But I do want to go over this because I didn't really go over the Z1 Extreme, basically. I went over the S, but not the Z1 Extreme. Let me just log in. Alright. So it looks exactly the same. The other one, the S version I have, it's over here. I haven't returned it yet. Still want to make sure I get everything on here that I have on there before I factory reset it and return it to Best Buy. But it's exactly the same. Controls, everything. And then I got my little controller support because I don't like using that. So I did more RPC S3 testing, and it's weird. Okay, so the Ally X and this are like they're about the same. It's the same chipset, but there are some games where I just get higher frame rates without like adjusting the settings. And I don't know because I didn't go too far into the settings with the ROG Ally, other than the AMD software and just setting the performance to like turbo and like whatever I can. And again, AMD turn on and off things that just help with performance, but I'm not sure if there's like other settings I could apply. I didn't go into the BIOS for the ROG Ally X. I don't know if that's a thing too, but I know it is for this. Again, I was able to right away set the 8 gigs of RAM to virtual RAM. I didn't do it for the Legion Go S because even though I knew about it too for that one, I just didn't figure like I was going to be really needing it. But I'm sure I could have got squeezed out a little more performance on the S version. But again, I wasn't like using it for RSPS3 or Resident Evil 4. I was just really just using it for PX Play. To be quite honest, I was like, I can't keep this and justify it for just streaming. I was like, this one it's more expensive, but I could justify keeping this and returning that one because it would be a decent like PC handheld that can actually play games. Again, your best bet is to stream always from your computer or your PS5 or what have you, because it's just you're not gonna get the same. Some games with the Z1 Extreme you could definitely get 60 at 1080p, but it's just gonna kill your battery. And this thing, as you know, it's only 55 watt. But the game I'm going to show off too is going to be this is messed up, but this is Crackdown. I have to update the artwork. But anyways, this handles it fairly well. So we're going to play a little bit of this. Like it handles it to the point where I just forgot about it on the ROG Ally X. You know? And again, I don't know if it's that extra RAM because it's the same chipset, but there's less stuttering. It's very smooth. And I'll hit the lights. Well, actually, I'm not gonna hit the lights because there's another thing I have to show off. I literally just got it in the mail like 2 hours ago, so I had to do a bunch of stuff. I'm literally replaying this game from start to finish on this thing, and it is just a blast. We'll go here. And we're in performance mode. You know, I got just a basic one. If you guys want to see the rest, you know, too bad, because it's just annoying. But it works fairly well. It's just gonna start draining battery. That you'll be able to see up here with the stats of the CPU and GPU they handled this game fairly well. I mean, it's not bad. This is one of the harder to run games on 360. I think on here I don't have any patches even. It just works. So it's like one of those scenarios where this is what I was talking about. I wanted this form factor with Z1 Extreme. Obviously I can't get the bigger battery. Oh well. But this form factor to play Xbox 360 games. Because it seems like they do require a little more juice apparently than RPCS 3. But even RPCS 3, I was checking on the ROG Ally X. It does, the wattages just go up, up, up. It drains. So, especially to play full speed with just default settings, it drains. So, it's more or less just reverting back to having it plugged in, no matter what. No matter if it's 80 watt, 55 watt, just you get a little better performance because it's got the juice from the wall, and then on top of that. But I'm just running around right now just to show like there's no slowdown. So I can't recommend this thing because it's way too much money. The idea though of this chipset with this form factor is amazing. Even like, you know, to play this old game, still amazing. Now I understand like the Switch 2 just came out, but like in the Switch 1's lifespan, I don't understand why they never made like a port of this game. It would have been crazy on the Switch because as you can see, it's using all the watts, all the juice to get just that 30 frames a second, you know, where the game runs, right? But I still feel like they could have ported this game to the Switch. Oh man, it would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. Not with the Joy-Cons controls, obviously, but like, this is definitely a game they could have ported. They should have. Microsoft. Whee! This is the definition of Wii. Whee! This is another game that, because I had the 360 back in the day, it was Turok, this, Halo, and something else. They were my go-tos. Because they're just endless of fun. I remember in this game the hardest part was to upgrade speed. Because you have to find it and you have to do those speed runs. And yeah, I remember that now because it's until you unlock a new area and you just keep searching, it just goes up and then it slows down. Sucks. Boom. Boom. I mean, God, so much fun. They're coming for me. But yeah, Xenia-Canary is kind of, it's really like flaky, especially if you didn't have the Canary Manager. Like I was just doing the Xenia-Canary and putting or updating or editing the notepad to update the program to like clear cache and all that. And I was like just to get this game working, and then I found out about the manager, Xenia-Canary Manager is what I'm using right now, and right out of the box, like it just works. There's less you need to do. There's actual settings. This is not running on Vulkan. This is running on, I think DirectX 12 is my other option, and it works just fine. Vulkan works, but there's a lot of stuttering. There's no stuttering. However, there's a lot of like, I think this is just the game. There's like huge bloom everywhere, but it's so playable, and it's just amazing. Like, I love this game. I can't help it. Okay. But as you can see, there's no issues, no whatsoever. If you are interested, these are my settings for just this game, because it's the only game I have for 360 so far. I'm probably gonna get more, but I just haven't had time to do so. But yeah, right there, D3, D12, so DirectX 12, and then did I change anything? I don't even think I changed anything. I think I left everything at default, except I just changed the graphics API. VSync, did I turn that off? Yeah, I guess I did turn VSync off. I thought I left that on, but whatever. Turn it off. Frame limit, it's suggested to keep it at 30 or 60, 60, just in case you don't get any crashes. But I've only tested this game out, so I don't know about that yet. And then we'll do one game with our PCS3. And we'll do a game that I haven't tested out. Alright, so this one, I didn't test this one out. I'm pretty sure I updated them all too, so we didn't even do patches. I didn't look for patches. We're just gonna see how it runs. If this actually takes, no, see, so you don't have to wait. It goes by quick. But if you are interested in getting something, like I would wait to the Legion Go 2, Lenovo Legion Go 2 with the OLED screen and everything. I would wait for that, because by the time that comes out, this will be on sale, and then I would suggest getting this if that Legion Go 2S or Legion Go 2S, the Lenovo Legion Go 2 is over $1,200. Then I'll be like, nah, it's not worth it, because that chipset's going to be coming out on other things. The Z2, that might be less expensive, even though the Legion Go 2 will have an OLED screen that's bigger and higher resolution than this. It just becomes too much money. I do know that the battery on the Lenovo Legion Go 2 is going to be under 80. It's like 70 some watts, so that's good to know. But we'll see what the price is, because this thing wasn't supposed to be that expensive. The Legion Go S wasn't supposed to be that expensive, and it all went up. So I can't imagine what it's going to be now for the Legion Go 2. But just like the Legion Go SteamOS Z1, good luck getting it, because it's going to be sold out. Super sold out, super pre-ordered. This is available. I mean, it's just expensive, but it's so worth it. Like, I can't help it. And I know that things will run better on the SteamOS version, because Windows is doing whatever in the background. But again, for my personal use, like, it's not the GOAT. The ROG Ally X is still the GOAT, but this form factor just feels so great. So I played this a little bit on the ROG Ally X, and it was like, there was some slowdown actually, so we'll see if it does the same on here. Alright, so I'll pop in. Ooh, more pop in. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Let's do this. Don't want to keep the old man waiting. I was told this.
Ooh, look at all that pop in.
The hackers were sending a warning. Change of plan.
Okay, okay. We're not gonna do too much here. Jump art. Yeah, see, it's still slow down. Graphics are gone. This is just a hard game to run. What am I supposed to do? Oh, slide. Hold on. Oh, I have to hold it down. My bad. Ooh. So this is, they like took Max Payne and they pretty much won't go. At least Max Payne 3 is like this. Again, I wish they made more games like this. This is just... It's very playable and it's just so much fun. Okay, so it's on par. It's the same problem, same issues, as you can see, graphics and stuff. But I'm sure it could be resolved if we like go into settings and fiddle with that or look at the patches and stuff like that. But again, I just wanted to see like if right out of the box with the other games like this one would just work. But as you can see, don't matter. You still gotta mess with it. But yeah, I love this thing now. I love the Go S version too. It's just I wanted the form factor to emulate stuff like, you know, Xbox 360 and PS3. But you guys let me know if you want like a PC game tested out on it. Speaking of which, so I got this today. This is the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus or something. I don't even know. Got this on a whim, but I got it a while ago. It took like a couple weeks to ship because, you know, I didn't buy it from here. But I did buy it new. No, I did not pay over $1,000. So, however, it's the Intel stuff. So I figured if I either pursue this, I'm going to have to fiddle with that and see how it goes, because there's great performance, but there's a lot of downsides to it. Yeah, like, I don't know if oh, it's on. Oh no, it's not on. I literally just got this like an hour and a half ago, so I just barely got this set up. Again, let me sign in. All right. So out of the box, like the color was kind of like throwing me off, but the camera's not really gonna pick it up because it looks more sand, but in real life it's more gray. And actually, you can see this, like the buttons that do light up and the RGB make this thing look hideous. Doesn't matter what color you put on it or whatever, it just looks uglier. So if you turn off the RGB and you just keep the buttons black, it looks sick. And like even then, when you have it in your hands, it's like I said, it's more gray. So it's just like gray and black. It looks awesome. So this is kind of like a first impressions. There's a lot, man. This is one of those things where, like I said, I got an hour and a half ago. I was like, okay, let's just load it up. Let's get Windows going. We'll just do some RPCS3 testing and stuff like that. I didn't even get to that. Wait, is it open? It is open. Like, literally just put one game on, and it's not even updated. So, and I put Resident Evil 4 on because I'm going to probably tomorrow, I'm going to do a comparison between Resident Evil 4 on this and the Z1 Extreme. See if there's any difference based off Windows, because that's what I'm working with, not Steam. But, oh no, did I click Steam? I hope not. No, get away. But we'll see, what the differences are, because again, you know, Intel is Intel and it's powerful, but I have yet to like witness that. So the one thing I did test, and I'll show that off, was Xbox. So I was like, you know, the form factor, it's good. You know, it's got a little bit of grip, but this like this fits in your hand. The joysticks are smaller, and I thought that was gonna bother me, but I got used to it. And I was like, man, I need a case because it's not thin. It's actually the same size as the. Let me grab it. It's this like it's. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, did we open the game? Hold on. Oh, we just opened up Xenia. That's okay. Close that. Get out of here. Whatever. It's like the same thickness or close to it as the ROG Ally X. So, but as you can see, the ROG Ally's joysticks are just ever so bigger. So these will be fine for now until I get caps. I probably will put caps on these. I do want to keep it, but we'll see how it goes, because unless I just start playing PC games at a lower resolution and lower frame rates, I mean, I have to find a reason to keep something like this. I do want to like see what I could do with it, but like, so with for instance, you know, out of the box, the Z1 Extreme, just, you know, it's either Vulkan or DirectX 12, right? So because it's Intel, it wants Vulkan. If I do D3, D12, or DirectX 12 or whatever, it's super slow. So I'm not even going to bother. I'll just put Vulkan on. And I haven't did enough research yet to play around with these settings to see what would help, right? This is on by default, even says it right there. But it does cause like, we'll turn it on, I'll show you guys. It's on by default, but in this scenario, you'll see what happens. Let's turn this off. Let's see if that helps. But you're gonna, and even I had to set this to 60 just to see if that would help, and it didn't. I took vertical sync off, didn't help, so I put it back on. We'll go ahead and save. But this is what I was talking about. Like out of the box, this is not the same. And the whole thing with this too, because I don't really emulate or play PC games, but what is it? Frame gen doesn't work on here because it's Intel, and it's got something else that's only so compatible with so many games. Something with an E. I don't know. But I do like it. I like it without the RGB. I like the black and like the stone gray. I do think it's sick. They are coming out with the Z2 or Z1 Extreme or Z2 Extreme that's white. I kind of prefer this one just because it just looks cool. But then again, the MSI is coming out with the Z2 and all these like Game Boy Color variants. There's a blue one. Oh man, it looks so sick. But that's again probably gonna be what this costs now versus what it was supposed to cost, if not more. So it's probably be like 1,000 to 1,100 for the Z2 MSI 24 gig RAM, different color variants. Oh, and what is it? It's this one. This menu, I swear, it is not responsive.
Stand on the purple authorization point.
You'll see. Right there. So when you see my mouse move like this, and not only that, we lost sound, right? But this is what we want to choose. Um, this like broke my heart because it's very comfortable. It's almost too big for me to the point where I want like a case, but then the more I played with it, I found my finger placings because like on the back you can just, sorry, it does have grooves. So you could just like find a groove to like put your ring finger or your middle finger, and your middle fingers rest right on the M1 and M2. It's crazy. But I was like, man, it's like I don't want to slip it out of my hands, and then I put my fingers in the grooves, and then I was just like, oh, okay. But as you can see, like there's tearing, and VSync is on, and like you can see like the lights, they move out of like, besides all the slowdown, it's just, and all the drivers are updated too, so it's like, oh man, what do I need to do? And we RFC, we lost the audio. It's just, it's terrible. So that's their, this is these are the options. Let me go here. So don't do AI and don't do endurance. Just go to manual. You get the choice between 8 watts, 17 watts. So why bother with any of these, right? Just put on 30. If you want to do 17 watts and then get out of there and then get out of here, and then you go to, and you have to download this too. It's not even on the, you have to download Intel graphics software. It's such a BS. It's not even in the, because I was looking for the other thing, the graphics part where I can adjust and play around. I had to download this because it wasn't defaulted in the settings or on the device. So it's kind of, it was annoying that I had to do that. But there's not much you could do. Go to performance. It just gives you metrics, right? You could make a profile, you know, find a profile, add a profile. I didn't have time to do any of that, but you know, at max wattage 30 watts and then plug it in, it's still not able to, it's not compatible really with that, with Xenia. But I have yet to try RPS S3, so this does have an update, but we'll skip it just for the sole sake of the video. Also, I downloaded off Steam controller, compatible controller, just because it's gonna make you use this and then A and B for left and right click. I didn't like that, and then in the settings I couldn't figure out or adjust it, so I just download that to make this and this and this my mouse settings because it's just more comfortable this way. Here, let's just see, and then I'm gonna go over the buttons and everything. Oh, that's my bad. I didn't even set the, I didn't even configure the gamepad yet. See, it's on keyboard. Oh my god. Make this smaller, drag it up, click that save. Oh, that's cool because I want my taskbar there. So the thing's janky. Very. It's gonna require more research. And my taskbar is automatically supposed to be hidden, so who the hell knows? There we go.
Okay,
I'll pause it too, so you guys don't have to watch the beginning. Alright. So far so good. I like this game to show off in the beginning because
Let's go. Follow me to the
a lot of stuff happens and on every system there's crackling and something, except it didn't have it on the Legion Go Z1 Extreme. Happened on the Rogue Ally. I'm sure it will happen on here too. If not, I will be surprised. But I did update the stats so you can see like the power drain. The CPU is already maxed out, but and we started like at 93%. We already lost 2%, so takes all the power. Could probably run it at a lower wattage, but I don't want to have any sort of hiccups, nor did I try testing that out. So we're doing it at max.
once or twice.
Once or twice. But I do like testing PC handhelds with this emulator for not just because, you know, it's PS3. It takes a lot of juice to emulate a PS3 game versus just naturally playing an optimized AAA game from like yesterday. I probably on par with that, but
Gentlemen, welcome. I know you thought you were being transferred to another military prison, but there's been a change of plan.
he's gonna talk. I'm gonna pause it. All right.
Wake up! We gotta go! Come on!
So we'll see how it handles this part. This is the chaos. Oh, stuttering.
This way!
Oh. Not bad though.
The route's blocked. Down here's our only option. Follow me. We should be able to get out over here. Come on.
Come on, go, man. Crouch.
Hey! Need some help over here.
Turn it up too, because the speakers are really good on here.
It's gone. Nothing we can do.
But you see how the battery is draining. And again, I know it's because it's on max 30 watts or whatever, but we still got some stuttering. There are still some minor issues, but not bad. I just gotta learn more about the device, get it more optimized. Cause I literally just got it, didn't do much other than update the drivers.
We've got to work together from now on. Stick with me and we'll make
Look at that, the volume doesn't even go up. Ugh.
Shit. That was a dinosaur.
But this is one of the... It's a playable game, it's in the green, but it is tricky and does have its issues. The only thing I've noticed that it doesn't have is on the Z1 Extreme with the Legion Go. It plays just as well on the ROG Ally X, except the beginning scene I had more... it had the same kind of issues as this, that there was stuttering, but on Legion Go Z1 Extreme there was nothing. I don't know why. Again, it could be the additional RAM, but...
Smoke? I bet that's where the rest of the ship came down. That's where we want to go. Whiskey Company, come in. Anyone out there? Damn it. Still no answer.
So we'll just play a little more. There's this part coming up right here. He's gonna...
Whiskey Company.
A raptor's gonna grab him, and we'll see how the
Logan?
audio, even though I can't turn it up, hold it closer.
Hey, I think I got something.
Okay, not bad. There is no crackling. I'll give that. Don't show me again. gotta turn down the sensitivity. Ugh. Yeah, but it's not with the update. I'm not sure how much the update will help. But that's like my go-to test for PS3. It's like, okay, let's see if it handles this in the beginning with no issues. If it does, we'll see how bad the issues are. Yeah, I increased the saturation. Obviously, you can see it looks better. I'm pretty sure it's the same screen as the Legion Go S variants. You know, it's just the MSI Claw, it's the 1200 resolution. Let's turn it off. Shut down. All right. So the buttons, though, these are amazing triggers. They have you can hear it. It's a click and it's like membrane. It's like a combo. So it's very soft but clicky too. The triggers are quite small. Like my index finger is about the same size as the trigger. So they're tiny little triggers. But when you have so much real estate on the side, like again, I don't have big hands, but I could barely reach, right? But that's all you need to do is just put literally the tip of your finger on there. So it's nice, you know? I was like, all right. Cool thing about this too is that I didn't know is that this has Wi-Fi 7. I should have did a speed test right now. I don't know why I didn't, but I'll make an update to this device for sure. I just got to learn more about the Intel stuff. AMD is just, the Z1 is the only thing I've really been testing, and I haven't really tested much of any PC games, just emulation. So again, that's why I wanted a PC handheld. Now I have like too many. Everyone is right about the cooling factor. It does not get hot, does not get warm. The fan cranked up even loud. That was loud. Like you could barely hear it. So it's nice. Downloading, if you're extracting files, moving files, playing a game, the fan kicks on, you barely hear it, and it's never gets warm. These buttons right here, they're nice. Super nice, clicky, soft. The back buttons, they have a click too. And I don't know what it is, but I just like it. I like the click. And look, when I first opened it up and looked at it, I was like, man, I need a case. It's going to slip out of my hands. But the more I used it for the hour that I have it, I figured out where to put my fingers. And I don't think I'll need a case. Definitely need a screen protector. I'm out of those. And the joysticks too, like I thought they were too small, you know, but we've had smaller. But after playing with it for a while, they don't bother me anymore. However, this D-pad is the worst. I don't know what they were thinking. It is very, like, it needs to be loosened up. And I don't know if I'm going to be using the D-pad on this enough to really loosen it up, but it's stiff as hell. Like, it hurts. And these edges right here, they hurt. Like, if you're to do, like, Street Fighter or something with Ryu, and it, you know, this hurts. This hurts. And it's not smooth because there's a huge like, look at that, like, you have to follow the path to not have it hurt. So you go like that. You can't roll it really because there's too many points and they hurt. So I don't recommend this for fighting games at all. But if you're playing just like to get to the points to, you know, whatever in the game, that's fine. But if you're playing something where you need the D-pad, like a platformer or a fighting game, forget about it. It hurts. I would not recommend this. These buttons, they're loud. That's about it. They're okay. They're not the best. They're not the worst. They light up, I guess. And they look cool when the light's not on, but they're kind of loud. That's the only thing that's loud on here. Everything else is very quiet. Very quiet. Like, I like the way the buttons feel on this. I do like the way it looks. I thought I wouldn't like this color, but as soon as I open it up, and it doesn't really pick it up in the light even, it's less stone, it's more gray. As I look at it right now too. So it's weird. It picks it up on camera like this, but and trust me, with the RGB lights, it's not worth it. It looks better this way. And plus, you're just wasting the power, the juice, anyways, that you're going to need to figure out how to work Intel. A lot of people online get this working and they love it. Just new to PC handhelds and just playing games through Windows in general. So this is like a whole nother ball game that I'm gonna have to figure out. But I'm sure it's just gonna take some time to get things working properly. Other than that, I do like it a lot. It's just, it's not like out of the box where it's like, okay, you could do this, this, and that. And Xbox 360 with Crackdown was probably the biggest letdown because right away I went for DirectX 12 and I should have known better that this wants Vulkan. But Vulkan, as you saw, unless I figure out the settings or figure out what else I need to do to tweak it to get it to work correctly, that's a huge letdown because, again, I have a PS5 Pro. There's no point. I have so many games on that thing, and there's no point to like for me to really buy AAA games, even though they're pretty much on sale all the time on Steam, and take up more and more storage of the 1 terabyte I have on here. I'm not going to change the 1 terabyte to a 2 terabyte to play, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to keep it, but I don't want to regret too much keeping it, you know, if I don't figure out how to work Intel and see what I need to do to get things optimized for my liking. If it is just going to be a dedicated PC handheld, then it is what it is for this. If it does have a lot of power from what I've seen and a lot of reviews, they're like, yeah, can't use frame gen really or something because it's not AMD, but it has so much power that you don't need it. You just get like 60 or 70 frames a second on some games. So that's good to know. It's just, again, I didn't really buy this to play PC games. I wanted to use it for another emulation station machine. Little did I know that it wasn't going to be as simple as I thought. However, if you are interested and you do like Intel, Target always, if you have the Target app, I would go in there and look for the original MSI Claw. It's always on sale now for like $350 brand new, and it's at Target, but it sells out real quick. But if you turn on the notification, let me know when this is available, then you can just order and have it shipped to your house. Actually, I had one in my cart because it showed up, but I got the notification that this was finally going to ship out. So I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I ordered this like so long ago. So I was like, oop, because again, I was just going to mess around and see what I could do, but I totally forgot I ordered this until like the other day. So we'll see. I'll see how it goes. I don't want to get rid of it. I mean, I don't want to return it. I got this one, I only got like, I think a month to play with until if I want to return it. But again, these things aren't cheap. Can't just be wasting money. I have to find a reason to keep it. Looks alone and the way it feels, I would just keep it based off that, but you can't base that off of, you know, this was $850 for me. I got like a super good deal. But I had to do a lot of research to find this, and this wasn't something that again was going to be delivered in a week, or I had to wait. So, and unfortunately it was like 3 left, and I checked it this morning, it was sold out. So otherwise, I would put the link up in my description if you were, you know, interested in this. So it kind of sucks, but I got lucky. But then again, how lucky did I get? Because, you know. But if you made this far, thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned. I'll probably put up another video between these two, the GoS, the ROG Ally X, and this one, with probably just Resident Evil 4. I have it on all the systems. I haven't loaded it up. I think it's based off my Steam Deck settings, so I might have to tweak those. And we'll do that like thing that everybody does. Look at the frame rates, they're higher on this one and they're lower on this one and blah blah blah. And then I'm gonna be like, yeah, but this one is this color and this D-pad sucks, so you should get this one based off the D-pad. But no, I'm not gonna do that. But keep that in mind, this D-pad does suck, like out of the box. Ooh, it hurts every single time. No good. But everything else, the buttons are great. like, again, these buttons are just loud, but that's nothing. They still feel good. And the bumpers and the triggers they're small, but they're perfect for the size factor. So I do think this is very comfortable, and I did thought I was going to need a case, but not anymore. Like, I just need to get a screen protector and that's it. It's one of those, just like the Go S, where it's very comfortable. Like, again, I don't have huge hands, I have medium-sized hands, but even with my medium-sized hands, if I had bigger hands, I would probably want this joystick a little higher. You know, I would probably get a case to, you know, have just the tip of my thumb on here. You know, this is perfect, but where this is, it could be a little higher, right? For me though, as you can see, my thumbs are still relaxed, you know, it's not bad at all. But if you have bigger hands, your thumb's going to be a little over here. So it could be kind of uncomfortable without a case. Keep that in mind. But other than that, I really do enjoy what you get with it. 2 Thunderbolts, 4. They even put a headphone jack. Look at that. And then, like I said, it never gets really hot. The fans, the cooling system is amazing. And it's got 80-watt battery. So there you go. That's the best feature of it. It's the 80-watt battery. So at least an hour and a half to 2 hours with pulling max wattage. That's good enough, especially for emulation. Unfortunately, it does not do well with 360. At least not yet. I'll have to figure it out. Or if you guys know, obviously leave a comment like, yo, Retro Handhelds 24, you need to do this. You need to install that. And then you need to tweak these settings in Xenia-Canary. Yada, yada, yada. Let me know, because I do want to play that game on here, as well as, you know, start stocking up on Xbox 360 games. So it could just be a dedicated Xbox 360 handheld. As well as I'm getting my PC collection bigger and bigger every day off of Steam. Now that I have that configuration file where I can just boot it up on Android devices, it gives a reason to get Steam games now. So my 2 terabytes is going to be filled before you know it. So again, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care.